Hello everyone, welcome to Solve Math channel. Today we have this problem. The solution is a bit challenging, yet fascinating. Before everything else, let's analyze the problem first, and once we identify the problem, we will move into the solution. The height of the table is unknown, but we know that the height from the cat's head under the table to the dog's head is 200 centimeters, and on the left side, the height from the dog's head under the table to the cat's head is 150 centimeters. These are our givens, and we can find the solution using two ways. We can solve it using the mathematical way and the graphical way. Let's first solve it using math. So we are finding the height of the table. For that, let's call the table t. As you may probably notice, we have another two variables whose values are unknown, the height of the dog and the cat. Let's call the dog D and C for cat. The next step is to derive an equation. So when we are deriving an equation, we have to look for connections. When we look at the left side, we can see that from the head of the cat down to the table is the height of the cat, which is C, and from the table down to the floor is the height of the table, which is t. So c plus t is the height from the head of the cat to the floor. As we know, the height from the dog's head to the cat's head is 150, meaning 150 plus d is again the height from the cat's head to the floor. Now when we combine all of these ideas, we can find this equation. C plus t is equal to 150 plus d. Well, this equation is good, but to make it easy for calculation, let's put all the variables on one side. So we subtract d on both sides, and positive d cancels out negative d, and we end up with c plus t minus d is equal to 150. This equation is a lot better than the last. We call this equation 1. On the other hand, when we move to the right side, we have the height of the dog, so d here, and then from this to the floor is the height of the table, which is t, meaning the whole height of this is d plus t. So this means d plus t is equal to 200 plus c. This is another equation. Like the previous one, we have to bring all the variables on one side. So let's subtract c from both sides, and we get the equation. D plus t minus c is equal to 200. So we have got these two equations. Can we find t with only these two equations? Well, let's try. Here we have three variables, and in math you can't find two unknown variables at once. Meaning if we get rid of two variables out of this equation, we can find the value of 1. So how can we get rid of the variables? Well, we have negative d in the first equation and positive d in the second equation. And we have positive c in the first equation and negative c in the second equation. So when we add them, they cancel out. But when we come to t in both equations, t is positive. So t plus t is 2t. And of course, we have to add the right side, which is 150 plus 200, and that is 350. This means 2t is equal to 350. So now we have the third equation. 2t is equal to 350. We can divide both sides by 2 and end up with t is equal to 175 centimeters. So we finally arrive at the conclusion that the table is 175 centimeters tall. And now I want to congratulate you on solving the problem. Another way to solve this is using the graphical method. This method is more like a visual puzzle. To do this, we simply add the same problem on top that aligns the dogs. You can remove the right half. That would make things simpler and eliminates confusion. Remember, we are finding the height of the table. Aside from that, we don't care about anything else. Now, if you had a chance to look at it, you would see that the heights of the dogs are equal, meaning we can use one of the dogs for measurements. And we have given the distance from the dog's head to the cat's head is 150. And from the cat's head to the dog's head is 200. This means the height from the cat's head to the cat's head at the top is the sum of 200 and 150 centimeters, which is 350 centimeters. So we have created another given. From the cat's head to the cat's head on top is 350. Now we can get rid of the cats from both sides, and we notice that since there isn't any cat anymore, the distance from the floor to the second table is 350. Well, we have two identical tables, one on top of the other, and the combined height of them is 350 centimeters. Then each must be 175 centimeters since they are identical. After all of these calculations, Anna must choose the best answer in a multiple choice question. She chooses option B, which is 175, but Anna gets it wrong and her teacher reduces a point. Why? And what should be the answer from the choices? And again, why?